I used to believe if I couldn't do it perfectly, that it wasn't worth doing at all. And it led me to a lot of procrastination. It led me to be dissatisfied with anything that I did decide to do. And it led me to not be able to enjoy any of the achievements that I was able to reach in my life. But now, I'm a published author. I'm a professional basketball player. I'm somebody who's blessed to be able to share my thoughts and ideas with you every single day on this channel, on Instagram, on TikTok, and just with the people that I'm blessed to meet every single day in my life. So today is another day on my 365-day journey of making a long-form YouTube video every single day. This is, I think, day 21, so we're 3 weeks in, and the topic is perfectionism and how I was able to recover from it, how I'm still recovering from it, and how my experience might be able to give you a new perspective on perfect and being perfect and if it's actually necessary. Because the truth is, we're all human. And I know you've heard that, it's cliche. But us being human is something that we need to embrace. We need to understand that the most beautiful things that we have in life, they aren't perfect. Think about the rise of AI technology and a system, an algorithm, a program that is literally looking to make the most perfect stuff possible. It's creating captions, it's writing articles, it's sending emails, it's doing all of these different things that humans used to do. And it's leaving us starved for human content. What is human content? It's imperfect. It's why you're watching this video right now. You could be watching an AI avatar that's talking like this, or maybe even talking in a similar way that I'm talking. But it's not going to have these pauses. It's not going to stumble over its words. It is programmed to be perfect as possible. And we are in uproar and outrage when it's not. We've all had our moments where we're, no, ChatGPT, I told you to do this, and why did you do this? We talk to it like it's a person, but it's not. It's close. It gets close, but it's not a human. It's not a person. And that's what we end up seeking more than anything. That's what makes our favorite athletes great. It's what makes our favorite artists speak to us. It's what makes our favorite music come to life. The human aspect. So now let's talk about your situation. You're a perfectionist, just like I am, and I was even more in a more advanced stage, in a state where, as I said at the beginning of the video, I felt like, okay, with my books, for example, if I can't write a New York Times bestseller, if I'm not sure, if I'm not positive that this is going to be a New York Times bestseller, it's not worth my time. If I'm not sure that this situation is going to lead me directly to the NBA as a basketball player, then it's not worth my time. How silly is that? Perfectionism is expecting everything to go exactly as you think it could go. But life is messy, and life is messy by design. Life is messy to teach us. Think about walking, right? All of us can walk. Well, not all of us, but those of us who can, the majority of us who can, learn to walk not by reading it in a book, not by sitting in a seminar and listening to the science and biomechanics of walking. We learned by trying and falling and failing and stumbling and almost getting it, and then crawling and being afraid maybe of walking and not doing it for a while, and then doing it, and then he's taking his first steps, she's taking her first steps. Look at her, come in before you miss it. And it was the biggest attraction ever. Why? Not because you were born being able to walk. It was because of the struggle. It was because of your inability to walk. It was because of all of the times you fell down and failed at doing something that most human beings are able to do without thinking. It was because of that everyone cheered you on, that everyone came in and celebrated. You didn't even know what was going on. You were so focused on the process that you didn't even recognize what was going on the outside. Had you had a perfectionist mindset, you wouldn't be walking right now, even if you were capable of doing it. How crazy is that? Languages is another thing. I'm German American, und ja, ich kann auch Deutsch sprechen, but I'm making these videos in English just to see who it reaches. And I'm in America right now, it's where I kind of started this challenge, so that's what I'm rocking with, that's what I'm rolling with. But I do make some videos in German as well, and just talking about the language and my bilingual experience, it's the same thing. You learn languages by making mistakes, by sounding silly, by sounding dumb. How many things do kids say that are incorrect? They incorrectly say things and work their way to becoming great speakers, native speakers. Think about all of us who are native speakers in some language. We failed our way to it. I don't know. Some of you might have gotten the Merriam-Webster dictionary placed in your baby in your crib. Not me. I failed my way to it. I used to watch Arthur. I would watch Arthur. And I would just pick up on little things and different things. We pick up on what's going on around us, and we use the information that we see to make our own goals and visions real. There is so much going on subconsciously that we don't even process. So for us to be perfectionists, we're discounting our biggest superpower. We think that we can consciously control something and make it perfect, when really the thing that is going to get us close to perfect is the subconscious, which we have to just let work. We have to get out of the way of the subconscious. We have to let the subconscious fail. Yeah, we do. And this series is just as great of an example. For me, I believe this is my best video that I've made in this series so far. Why? Because I've had videos where I said, oh man, I think I could have been more clear. I think I could have had a better plan going in. I think I could have communicated that in a more natural way, or maybe not more natural, but I could have gotten to the point a little bit quicker. I could have been more cohesive with my thinking. But guess what? I'm 21 days in. I took imperfect action. I didn't have a plan. I just knew, hey, I'm going to make a YouTube video every single day that's at least 10 minutes long. And we're going to see where it goes. That's how I started in content as well. I said, hey, I'm going to post every day on Instagram. And then TikTok came around. Then I started doing YouTube shorts. And now we're here. It hasn't even been a year since I started my page on Instagram. And yeah, over 10,000 followers and subscribers across platforms. We're close to 10,000 on Instagram alone. We're close to, I think, 7,000 or 8,000 on TikTok. And YouTube is the one that we're growing now. And I'm just so glad that I'm getting to meet people like you who are like-minded, who want to continue to grow as people, who are looking to self-improve, improve yourself, and help yourself every single day. That's the only reason I'm on this journey. It's the only reason I'm sharing with you. Because for me, I've failed over and over again. My books, I've talked about them a lot in the past videos, so I'm not going to do a deep dive on it now, but there were months and years where I didn't write. After starting to write my book and telling people around me that, hey, I'm writing a book. And I can still feel the feeling in my gut when people would ask me, how's that book going? Still writing that book? Still writing that book? Hey, when are you gonna release your book? Now I can breathe and I can say, hey, I've released 2 books. Now it's on you to read them. It's on you to read them. It's on Amazon. You want to read it? It's on Amazon. Now the ball is in your court. People who were saying, hey, have you finished that book yet? But that's water under the bridge. That's not anything that I carry with me anymore. Because I know I took the action. And yeah, hey, I could have tried to get an agent and make it a New York Times bestseller and overanalyzed it, over-edited it, and hyperfixated on it. But I decided, hey, Let me get it out there. And I can always take it off the market and change it and fix it. It's my book, right? So I decided to self-publish it. And I've been able to share the story that was on my heart, in my mind, in my imagination with so many people so far. I mean, how cool is that? Who cares if it's perfect? It just has to be yours. Your experience is valuable. Your ideas are valuable. But they can't be valuable to anybody if they stay locked up in your brain, in the analyzation chamber. You have to be willing to get them out there. And some people are going to criticize. Some people are going to say, oh, well, it's not perfect. Those people, you weren't going to impress them anyway. Newsflash. Anybody who clicks off my videos and says, oh, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't going to impress them anyway. I'm not looking to impress you. I'm looking to share with you. I'm looking to find people who are like-minded, who say, hey, I just need somebody to share their experience with me. I want to learn. I want to learn every single day. I want to be a lifelong learner. I want to listen to people who might be one step ahead of me in the process. And that's me. That's you. I grew up watching videos like this. People sharing their experiences. I had a father who thankfully shared so many of his shortcomings with me. My father played professional basketball, and he shared all of his shortcomings just as much as he did his successes. He might have shared his shortcomings more. That's the only reason I'm a professional today. Because I knew from day one of pursuing that goal, it wasn't going to be all sunshine and rainbows. And I also knew what pitfalls he fell into and what things to avoid. So any failure you go through is not a judgment on you. Any imperfection that you might have is not a judgment on you. It's not to destroy your ego. It's not to make you feel like you're worth less. It's to teach somebody else who might not need to go through that, who might have other struggles and needs to be able to skip that step that you didn't get to skip. How incredible is that? That we all get to do this life thing together. Seriously. That I get to turn on this little camera, this little DJI Osmo Pocket, have it record onto a little card, a little SD card. I get to plug that into a laptop and upload it and shoot it out to the entire world. And if no one watches it, no one watches it. But you're watching. How cool is that? Who cares if it's in 4K? Who cares if it was filmed on a potato? Who cares how many likes it gets, how many subscribers you get from it, how much blah, 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 how much money you make? Why do you have to make money with everything? Why can't you just do things because it's the right thing to do? Because it's what you're inspired to do. That's when the money comes. And I'm not a billionaire, but I have enough money. I live well. Because I'm not out to get money. I'm out to help people get one step further. 1% better. If you're getting 1% better every day, you're never going to be perfect. Because what is perfect? Your goal is just improvement. Taking the next step forward. Who's perfect? The person who climbed Mount Everest 15 times or died trying? It doesn't matter. Both made the attempt. Both go down in history, connected with Mount Everest. So I hope that takes your fear away a little bit. I know it's a process, and save this video to a playlist, send it to a friend, do something, go back and watch it again. If you just need that reminder, I know I'm going to go back and watch this at some point, because it's a reminder we all need as perfectionists, as people who grew up ambitious, who want more in life, more out of life, who want to grow, who want to strive for what we used to call perfection, but strive for greatness. That's it. Strive for excellence. We need that. We need to remember, hey, perfect isn't the goal. Perfect isn't the goal. Perfect doesn't exist. The perfection is in the imperfection. Go out and look at a tree. Look at a beautiful tree and think about, is it perfect or is it imperfect? Is it the imperfection that speaks to you or the perfection? Because if you were to draw the perfect tree, I'm guaranteeing you it wouldn't look like the tree that you're so fascinated by. All the winding branches and the roots that are gnarled and found their way even through stones and winding around the river that flows through the landscape and has carved its path. It's not straight, it's meandering. It's not flowing straight into the ocean. It's carving through the landscape and finding its way. And when you look at it from above, it's majestic. Not because it's not the most practical, it's not the most streamlined, but it looks like it's supposed to be there and it's fitting into the bigger plan that is beyond any of us. So, I'm not going to ramble on too much longer. This was a pleasure. It's making me smile just being able to share with you. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. So, in case you've missed out on some of my previous videos, in case we are just now becoming friends, welcome. Thanks for watching. This is the next video you should be watching. And this is the option to subscribe. Or is it the other way around? I guess you can let me know. Remember, the best is yet to come, and I'll see you tomorrow or on the next video.